as I sit here in my Chicago Bulls shorts doing this podcast episode, I just want to say and give a shout out and let you all know that this episode is dedicated to all of the real Knicks fans that I know. I'm talking about the ones that have been vocal Knicks fans, not ones that just woke up one morning and said, you know what, the Knicks are in the NBA Finals. I'm going to root for them. Nah, not them. I'm talking about the ones that went through the Andrea Bargnani era. I'm talking about the ones that went through the LeVar Postel era, the Frank Robinson era, the Howard Isley era, the Clear Anthony Early era, the ones that have been vocal throughout the David Wingate era, like when they had Derek Harper as their starting point guard. I'm talking about when Charlie Ward was their starting point guard and Chris Childs was their backup point guard. And Stephon Marbury in Minnesota said the Knicks will never win a championship with Charlie Ward as your starting point guard. That's the era of Knicks fans that this is dedicated to. We're talking about Todd, Aaron, a.k.a. AJ, James, Cal, Papa Gene, JB, Paul, Killer Mike, my boy Edrion since high school. My boy Stokes since high school. Been a Knicks fan. This is dedicated to you all. 53 years of you suffering and hearing me and my bullshit. Literally bullshit because, Chicago Bulls go see red all day. Yes, still ain't beat the Bulls in the playoffs, though. But this is dedicated to y'all. Hats off to you. You finally won one. You could finally sit next to me at a table because you've seen a championship now. But all jokes aside, this is for New York. This episode is dedicated to New York. Let's go to the intro. This is your boy, the sneakerhead of NY, and you are listening to Nights at the Round Table. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a dream. This is not a fever pitch. This is reality that you are living in. The New York Knicks won the NBA Finals just a few days ago. I did not want to release this so soon. I wanted the dust to settle. I wanted to see if I was waking up from a bad nightmare, to see if it was real. And yes, it is real. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. I'll get into everything specifically soon. But yeah, I didn't want to release this right away because I just wanted to let the moment die down a little bit. The ticket tape parade will be on Thursday. I will be in attendance in something degrading against the Knicks because fuck it, that's what I do. But I will be there taking photos and maybe interviewing some people as well. But yeah, let's just get into this episode. So the Knicks had a magical run this year, losing only 3 games all playoffs. Now I didn't go and do no research to see who had the best win-loss percentages in the playoffs. I know the Lakers only lost 1 game in 2000 and they lost to Iverson that year, the game 1 in the finals. But the Knicks had a magical run. Jay Williams said that they had a better run than the 2017 Golden State Warriors. All right, come on. We got to chill with the recency bias. We got to relax a little bit. Calm down. But they did it. And they did it in convincing fashion at that. Real convincing fashion at that. They beat the Hawks 4-2. They beat the Sixers 4-0. They beat the Cavs 4-0. And then they beat the Spurs 4-1. No one in their right mind would have believed that the Knicks are winning a championship this year. No one. Like one of my good friends and my neighbors, Paul, stated that this wasn't even the year that he expected them to win. He thought next year, after they possibly get Giannis, it would be the year that they would win. But Knicks got a couple good roll bounces this year. They did what they were supposed to do. They weren't the Knicks of old. They weren't the Knicks of old, doing New York Knicks stuff to lose games. I will say, though, in the NBA Finals, and again, I'm not trying to knock the Knicks. I have so much time left to knock the Knicks. Like, I'm good. Knock on wood. But if you really look at the game, from start to finish of every game, the Spurs, I would say the Spurs lost this series more so than the Knicks won the series. Because look at certain pivotal moments. The Wemby throwing the ball away in the final seconds of the game, of game 2. Then he missed the game-winning shot. But had he held that rock, they probably win that game. De'Aaron Fox, although he was fouled, should have held the ball. Now, it's not a guarantee that they hit those 2 free throws, because look at game 4 when they were up 29 points. And Wemby missed those 2 clutch free throws because of nerves, and he'll fix that. Look what happened to Kawhi Leonard. He missed 2 great free throws. He missed 1 out of 2 free throws, and then that cost that game as well. Side note: 2 of the greatest shots and 2 of the greatest moments in NBA Finals history came against the Spurs. Crazy. Anyway, you look at De'Aaron Fox not controlling the ball, being the point guard. If he does even anything correct, like running the ball, even if he do a pump fake on OG and then not even trying to score the ball and just run around real quick, throw the ball up in the air, you win that game as well. So at the very least, it should be 3-2 New York, and game 6 should have been being played today in the Garden, if you really look at it. But that's the youth of the Spurs. But they had veterans on that team that actually won championships. Luke Cornett won a chip. Harrison Barnes won a chip. Kelly Olynyk has been in pivotal playoff games. Why not lean on those players to get you over the hump? Now, again, I'm not going to bash the Knicks. The Knicks capitalized on their mistakes, and that's what you're supposed to do as a championship team. As a team, period. If a team throws the ball away, you're supposed to capitalize. Period. Hell of a coaching job done by Mike Brown by having the 2 ball handlers in the game for game 4. It's amazing. That play with Alvarado dribbling the ball, keeping the ball on the other side of the half, but his feet coming over. I don't think he did that on purpose. I think that's one of those things that it was just like, oh, shoot, I just happened to do that. If he did do that on purpose, then that's smart as hell. Smart as hell. But I really don't think he meant to do that. I think that's one of those like, oh, look what I found. Look what I found. 53 years, man. 53 years the Knicks have been suffering and waiting for this. 53 years. And 5 draft picks to get Mikal Bridges. I really don't know what more I can say. What more can I say? That was terrible. We're going to try that again later, though. But I don't know what more I can say. Shout out to Crash Out Randy for being on the podcast. Like, I think me having him on the podcast, like, gave y'all the momentum to, because I did say, and I will forever say this, as much of a Knick hater I am, NBA is much better when the Knicks are relevant. Now, I don't care if they win, lose, or draw. Actually, I care if they lose. But as long as they're in the playoffs and as long as they are a relevant team, the NBA is better. Same thing as the Lakers, same thing as the Celtics, same thing as the Sixers. Those are like pretty much like the core 4 teams. Chicago, yeah, but we don't have the type of history and lineage as those 4 teams that I just mentioned. As I record this, and they're doing more construction across the street. Now I got to go to the back room. But the Chicago Bulls don't have the type of lineage that those 4 teams have. So NBA don't need Chicago to be good or relevant for the NBA to be better. The fans would want that. Of course we do. But outside of us, no one cares. No one really cares about Chicago, and I'm just being honest. So the Knicks being a champion now, New York is on fire. Like, New York hasn't seen this much excitement since, and I don't want to say excitement, I'll just say togetherness, since 2001 when the Yankees went up against the Diamondbacks for the World Series, because obviously that was a few months after 9/11, and you know, a lot of New York were together during that time period because of the tragedy that took place. New York hasn't had this much excitement since 2000 for the Subway Series, Yankees versus the Mets. So for New York, like, they weren't even this excited for the Liberty, and obviously because, you know, the WNBA isn't such a huge sport yet. It is getting there, though. Trust me, the parade was great. I remember seeing it, but they're not one of the core teams of New York yet. I feel like even if the Brooklyn Nets would have won, only Brooklyn would go crazy. Only Brooklyn would go crazy, not the entire city. And for those real true Brooklyn Nets fans, like, shout out to my boy Cake, I feel like the city I feel like the Knicks fans would probably just congratulate the Nets, but the Nets would be like, it wouldn't be like a major thing in New York City. It won't be a major deal. But, you know, the Knicks prevailed. I will say this, though. I do believe that OG Anunoby should have won the Finals MVP. Before Game 5, Brunson was shooting 28% from the field. He had terrible turnovers. OG was playing both sides of the ball, taking it to Victor, taking it to him. See, I can't call him Wembayama yet. I got to call him Victor because he ain't earned that. He ain't earned the well, only Kobe could be called Kobe because, you know, you don't call him Bryant. But Jordan, you call Jordan. You call LeBron, well, yeah, you call LeBron too. Yeah, you don't call CJ. That's crazy. Jordan's the only one that be like, yeah, Jordan. Like, you call him by his last name, it's like Jordan. Like Jordan. That's that family legacy shit, Jordan. Like, you don't say, hold on, I'm not trying to make this a Bulls thing, right? But I just thought of something. You say Kobe, you say LeBron, you say Reggie, you say Shaq. Oh, Iverson's is another one that you would say about the last name, Iverson. You say Kid. You'll say Dirk. Dirk is the first name. You say Olajuwon. You say Ewing. Okay, all right, my bad. All right. That was just me going off a tangent. But anyway, yeah, his name is Victor. I'm not calling him Wembayama, but OG took it to Victor. Took it to him. Now, there was a play in the 5th game, though, that was crazy. In real time, I thought it was a hezzy. OG dribbled the ball, grabbed it with 2 hands, and then dribbled again. And Wemby was like, what? So as much as the Knicks fans saying that they were playing against the refs, both teams were playing against the refs. In Game 4, Cat told the people on the side to get close to Derek Harper, which they're not supposed to do. They're supposed to stay back. They're supposed to stay back. They're not supposed to crowd the inbounder. So that's something that the refs miss. But there's a lot of things the refs miss. I'm watching the game, and there's a lot of things that the Spurs did, and I still don't believe that how they reversed those 2 calls on Cat and gave it to Cat instead of like taking it away or whatever the scenario was. I can't remember off the top of the head, but I'm sure the Knicks fans know. Those are 2 reverse calls. But listen, the Spurs, they have a long way to go. Not long way to go. They'll be there again. I was telling this to Doobie, the Knicks are closer to their 4th championship than the Bulls are to their 7th. I don't see the Bulls winning anything anytime soon. I don't care who we draft, who we sign. We have money right now to sign anybody we want, but I don't see us doing it the way that, the Knicks are on their way to doing something great. And it pains me to even say that, but the Knicks they're well on their way. Brunson did something that no other point guard in New York could do since Walt Clyde Frazier, and that's win a chip. But people got to calm down with this recency bias and talk about he's better than Iverson and he's better than Kyrie. He's not. He may have had a better career than Iverson, but I can't even say that because Iverson's a season MVP. He did it for an entire season, and he took Matt Geiger and Theo Ratliff to the NBA Finals. If you give Iverson, Cat, OG, Mikal Bridges, and the rest of this crew, and you flip it, Brunson's not taking that team to the playoffs. Obviously can win a championship with the team that was displaced here. But again, this is not to dump on the Knicks. It's just so natural for me to dump on the Knicks, so that's just what it is. So any Knicks fan listening to this and say, I can't help myself, you're right, I just cannot help myself. I have to dump on the Knicks. I'm giving you guys your credit and all of that for winning, but it's just something in me that won't allow me to just be straight up to be like, yeah, everything positive about the Knicks. I just cannot do it. I don't know. It's just something in me. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all deserve it. Y'all did it. I didn't want to see it. Listen, I had a watch party at the crib, invite only. We was also watching the Haiti World Cup game. But after the Knicks game won, with all of the Knicks fans in attendance, I literally just sat on top of my roof. I laid on the top of my car roof, because I did not want to be a part of the fiasco. I didn't take a shot with them, none of that. And I'm gonna close it off with this. I blame myself for the Knicks not winning in '99. Like, y'all could blame me for the Knicks not winning in '99 as well, because after Jordan retired, after '98, I'm like, all right, you know what? Cool. Jordan left. Am I really a Bulls fan or am I a Jordan fan? So I said, you know what? Let me root for New York. And mostly it's because Marcus Camby, who was my favorite center at the time, went to the Knicks, number 23. He's like, if you know me, you know that I love Marcus Camby. He's one of my favorite players. He went to UMass, even though I don't like nothing about Massachusetts, but except, New Edition is the only thing I like from Massachusetts. But yeah, and Marcus Camby. But yeah, he went to UMass, and he was one of my favorite players coming from Toronto. And he went to the Knicks, and I think that was like, oh yeah, I'm a root for the Knicks now, because my favorite player's there. My favorite player, Jordan, is gone, so my second favorite player at the time was Marcus Camby. Crazy, right? So I was like, all right, bet I'm a root for the Knicks, and the Knicks lost. And they're like, oh fuck this, I'm not root for these niggas again. Excuse my language. So I was like, yeah, I'm going back to the Bulls, man. Like, I'm a Bulls fan. So in '99 is the only other time I rooted for a team outside of Chicago, and I rooted for the Knicks, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I can't do this no more. So Knicks fans, blame me for y'all losing in '99, man. Y'all could blame me. Bask in y'all glory, Knicks fans. Again, you guys deserve it. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to AJ and James and Cal. Shout out to Todd, to Killer Mike, Papa Gene, JB, Paul. Shout out to all of the real Knicks fans. Shout out to my Uncle Tony, God rest his soul. He wanted to see a Knicks championship. Now he can see it up there in heaven. And shout out to Edrian Stokes. Shout out to him for being a pure Knicks fan. Shout out to my man Dewan. He's a Knicks fan as well. Crazy Knicks fan. And any other Knicks fan that I know, shout out to Crash Out Rennie. If there's any other Knicks fan that's listening to this and I forgot y'all, I apologize. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. It's always fuck the Knicks. It's always motherfuck the Knicks, because it's always Chicago, baby. But congratulations to the New York Knicks and to your fan base, and to all of the Knicks that ever put on all of the players that ever put on a New York Knicks jersey. And I will end it with this, and I don't want to say this, and I don't even want to sing this, but I'll say it because I'm a real guy. Go New York, go New York, go. Yo, eat behind the boards. Peace.
Nights at the round table. The New York Knicks, to my dismay, have won the NBA championship. I am not happy, but I am about to interview some diehard Knicks fans for the podcast. So first on is Manny. So I'm here with Manny. He's a Knicks fan. He's at my crib with a Knicks hat. How do you feel right now?
No comment.
You got to comment for the podcast, bro.
Up your shit. Come on, I can finally die.
Now they want me to raise the volume on my TV. I should just turn this shit off, but so anyway, Knicks fan Jermaine McIntosh. So what do you got to say about the Knicks winning the championship?
It's been very hard, man. Man, I've been crying for years, man. I mean crying. In my bed crying. I didn't know how to live my life without a Knicks championship. It's been 2026, and now I'm living, man. Yo, I'm ready to cry right now, yo. For Patrick Ewing, just...
Too much. Paul, as a Knicks fan, how do you feel right now?
Like a champion, bro. I'm gonna go get my ring in a minute.
Gene Duval, as a New York Knicks champion, how do you feel right now?
Like I've waited 53 years to see something special, and I witnessed it firsthand.
I'm here with one of my biggest detractors, excuse me, Mr. JB, as a Knicks fan. This is going on my podcast, by the way, so be nice. How do you feel right now?
Go New York, go New York, go.
Did you say no, New York?
And to all you haters, like Pat, go New York, go.
Okay. Miss Jane, are you a Knicks fan? So what do you have to say about the Knicks finally winning the chip?
I think it's amazing. We just made history. It's amazing. We just made history.
Boo. Okay, I'm here with the resident Knicks fan here. Mr. Adrell, what do you got to say about these motherfucking Knicks winning the chip?
Towns is lit. New York finally won a chip. We proud of these guys. This is what they do. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can do it again.
Fuck no. You just got to ruin shit. God damn. All right, I'm here with two more Knicks fans. What do you got to say about the New York Knicks? Who's first?
I'll go. Yo. It should have been in 4.
Fuck no.
Should have been in 4.
Should have been a sweep by the Spurs.
All right. We fought against the Spurs. We fought against the refs. We fought against the NBA.
At the round table.
This copyrighted broadcast of the Nights at the Round Table podcast was transmitted, produced, broadcast, and used in many forms without the express written consent of the song authors. We do not own any of these audio tracks, and we want to give full credit and say thank you to all the rightful owners. We do not condone piracy, and we encourage you to seek permission first before distributing our show. Simply put, we don't want to get sued. Thank you.